Dobrodošli. Pošto je ovdje sedi gospodin Jerry Hargita i treba da pričam na engleski. Izvinjavam se. Well, thank you for being here.
Hvala vam što ste došli.
Before I started this speech,
Prije nego što sam počeo
I
govor,
want to ask you just think about one question during my speech.
želim da vas zamolim da tokom mog govora razmišljate o jednom pitanju.
What is the most important thing, the most valuable thing that you can give to your children, to your family and to your members?
Da razmislite o tome šta je to najvažnije, najvrednije što možete da date svojoj deci, svojoj porodici i svojim članovima.
All right. Do you know what is this story?
Da li znate o kojoj priči se radi?
It is an Antarctic expedition
U pitanju je ekspedicija na Antarktik,
which happened more than 100 years ago.
koja se desila pre više od 100 godina.
And one of my favorite leadership in history
A predvodio je jedan od mojih omiljenih likova iz istorije.
his name was Sir Ernest Shackleton.
Ime mu je bilo Sir Ernest Shackleton.
He was a little bit freak child,
Bio je malo čudno dete,
leaving the school,
čak i u školi.
attached to I don't know, economic shipping and working like a sailor from the bottom.
Imao je veze sa trgovačkim brodovima i radio je u prodaji i počeo je sa dna bukvalno.
And became a captain.
I postao je kapetan.
And he organized his third expedition to Antarctic.
I organizuje je svoju treću ekspediciju na Antarktik,
That calls endurance.
koja se zvala Endurance, odnosno izdržljivost.
It was the ship, exactly this ship,
Baš na slici je bio taj brod kojim su išli na ekspediciju.
1912 year.
1912.
For 2 years it was just organization.
Tokom 2 godine samo su organizovali sve to.
Searching people
Tražio je ljude
and searching for money.
i tražio je sredstva, odnosno novac za tu ekspediciju.
There was an advertisement in the newspaper.
Dao je oglas u novine.
If I could give an advertisement about our business, it would be the similar text.
Kada bih ja mogao da dam oglas za naš posao, tekst bi bio vrlo sličan.
Men wanted
Traže se ljudi potrebni.
for hazardous journey,
Za teško putovanje,
small
opasno,
wedges,
s malim platama,
bitter cold,
velikoj hladnoći,
long months and complete darkness,
dugi meseci kompletne tame,
constant danger,
stalna opasnost,
safe return doubtful,
male šansa za uspešan povratak,
honor and recognition in case of success.
ali čast i priznanje u slučaju uspeha.
Ernest Shackleton, Burlington Street, 4 London.
Ernest Shackleton i njegova adresa u Londonu.
What do you think, how many people signing?
Šta mislite koliko se
Showing
ljudi
up.
prijavilo, koliko se pojavilo?
Many thousands of people want to join
Hiljade i
to this
hiljade ljudi su želeli da
crazy
se
journey.
pridruže ovom ludom putovanju.
And he started to start, interviews
I počeo je da intervjuiše, da razgovara sa tim ljudima koji su se prijavili,
to find the correct people.
da nađe najbolje ljude.
It was a doctor, a chief, a sailorman.
Tu je bilo i lekara, policajaca, mornara.
Policajac.
Chief.
Chief, cook, chef.
A šef, aha.
Sorry.
Izvinjam se, nisu policajci, nego kuvari. Nije
Sorry.
dobra reč bila.
It's not the same. So it was the team. It was the team.
To je bio tim koji je išao
And they started the journey,
i počeli su putovanje.
playing on the ship and do the work.
Radili su sve što je trebalo, zabavljali su se, igrali su igre na brodu.
So this is the doctor, this is the scientist, and everybody works every work.
Svi su
Doing-
radili jednako, i lekar, i naučnik, svi u posadi.
On the ship, they were in the same level.
Na brodu svi su bili na istom nivou, svi su bili
Like
jednaki.
here, everyone is equal.
Kao i ovdje su svi jednaki.
Eating the same food,
Svi su jeli istu hranu,
and they have just fun,
Zabavljali su se.
ćelavi.
Ok, ovo se razume.
The quality I look for most is optimism, especially optimism in the face of rivers and apparent defeat. Optimism is the true moral courage.
Kvalitet koji najviše tražim jeste optimizam, pogotovo optimizam u teškim situacijama i u slučaju poraza. Optimizam je prava moralna hrabrost.
Here we are looking for optimist people.
I mi ovde tražimo optimiste.
They will win. They will build
Oni su ti koji će
great
pobediti,
success.
oni će izgraditi veliki uspeh.
On the ship, on the network, everywhere.
Na brodu, u mreži, svuda.
You know, the billiard table, small one.
Mali stoni bilijar.
I know you are dreaming a nice house,
Znam da svi sanjate o lepoj kući.
but look at this crevet.
Pogledajte ovaj krevet.
Are you happy with your life?
Da li biste u tom slučaju bili zadovoljni životom?
They are reading, and so it was some kind of fun.
Čitali su i tako, zabavljali su se na razne načine.
The goal was to going through the Antarctic with ship and after with food.
Cilj im je bio da prođu, odnosno da dođu do Antarktika brodom i peške posle, kad stignu.
And they have dogs and everything for this.
I imali su sve spremno za to.
Difficulties are just things to overcome after all.
Prepreke su samo stvari koje treba prevazići.
I don't know how to translate to Serbian, but shit happens.
Ne znam kako ovo da prevedem na srpski, ali nezgode se dešavaju, eto.
In my life, in your lives,
U mom
it's
životu,
predictable.
u vašim životima, u svačim, prosto je sigurno da će se dešavati.
But just imagine 100 years ago, the end of the world, near to Antarctic.
Ali samo zamislite kako je to izgledalo pre 100 godina, stići na kraj sveta do Antarktika.
It was a very hard and cold winter.
Bila je veoma jaka i hladna zima.
And the ship stuck in the ice.
I brod se zaglavio u ledu, nije mogao da prođe.
And the people risking their lives to break the ice to go a little bit forward.
I ljudi su izašli napolje i rizikovali su svoje živote kako bi izlomili taj led da bi brod mogao da nastavi svoje putovanje.
Coldness and ice everywhere.
Hladnoća i led svuda.
So it was a hard job.
Tako, ovo je bio zaista težak posao.
I know it's very hard to show the plan, but it's not too easy, believe me.
Nije lako ni plan predstaviti, verujte mi.
Crtati prezentacije. All right. It was after half year.
Nakon pola godine.
The ship completely stopped and stuck in the ice.
Brod se potpuno zaglavio, zastao u ledu.
Nothing to do.
Nisu imali šta da rade.
Playing soccer and everything.
Igrali su malo fudbal.
Months after months.
Mesecima.
Eating some special meals.
Jeli su dosta neobičnu hranu.
And at the end of the day they are eating their dogs.
A na kraju su morali i pse da pojedu.
Not just penguins and others. Bringing the ice to make a negaziranu vodu.
Donosili su led na brod kako bi imali vodu.
But it was a trouble because the ice is growing up.
Ali bili su u problemu zato što led ih je okovao i bilo ga je sve više i više.
And they must to leave the ship.
I morali su da napuste brod.
Making some kind of tents.
Pravili su neke improvizovane šatore.
And waiting for the miracle.
I čekali su da se neko čudo desi.
Need to put footprint of courage into stirrup of patience.
Uvek morate da zaogrnete hrabrost strpljenjem.
Yes, you have to be patient in life, in this business also.
I u životu i u ovom poslu morate biti istrpljivi.
Just a few minutes before you heard about story that some lady made 21% in I don't know, 10 months.
Ili kad čujete da je neko napravio, da je stigao do 21% za nekoliko meseci.
But if you are not this kind of people, feel free.
Ali ako se to nije vama desilo, ne brinite, opustite se.
Just doing the work. It will happen.
Samo radite kako treba, radite posao i desit će se.
It's a nice picture, but to be there, I think it's not so funny.
Slika je divna, ali verujem da nije baš tako zabavno biti tamo.
And, of course, shit happens.
Naravno, kao što smo rekli, nezgode se dešavaju.
More than 100 years ago, near to Antarctic, no internet, no cell phones, nothing.
Evo, znači gledamo u sleku pre 100 godina na Antarktiku, bez telefona, bez interneta, bez bilo čega.
Looking your ship like this, skeleton, it's a little bit scary.
Zastrašujuće je da svoj brod kad pogledate vidite na šta liči, da izgleda da je ovako u delovima kao neki kostur.
They are thinking about, we are definitely going to die here.
Verovatno su pomisli, pa sad ćemo već izgleda sasvim sigurno umreti ovde.
But there was a great leader.
Ali imali su odličnog vođu.
To die.
Da umremo? Ma kako,
Nobody will
zašto?
die here.
Niko neće umreti.
So the expedition goes to surviving mode.
Tako da je ekspedicija onda prešla u mod preživljavanja.
So they're starting, there's no machines to go forward. With snow machines to go forward, to find some island or something.
Krenuli su peške i s tim što su imali, cilj im je bio da nađu nešto, da li neko ostrvo ili nešto tu blizu.
Men are not made from easy victories, but based on great defeats.
Ljudi nisu stvoreni ili ne stvaraju ljude lake pobede, nego teški porazi i udarci.
To make some great life, it's never easy.
Nikada nije lako postići nešto veliko u životu.
To build a great business, a big network, it's never easy.
Nije lako sagraditi veliki posao ili veliku mrežu.
If you are on 10 or 12% right now,
ako ste sad na 10 ili 12%,
maybe you can feel like these people here.
Možda se osjećate kao ovi ljudi ovde.
And they're going, I don't know, more 500 kilometers by foot.
I bukvalno su peške išli više od 500 km u ovakvim uslovima.
Finally, they find an island.
I konačno su našli neko ostrvo.
Full of guanos and with nothing.
Praktično bez ičega.
But there was happy to be on, on stable.
Ali drago im je bilo što su bili na nekom stabilnom kopnu, tako da se izrazimo.
Sleeping under the lifeboat.
Spavali su ispod čamaca za spasavanje.
No boat, no vitamins.
Bez vitamina, bez nekih debljih čizama.
So I cannot imagine how they felt after 1.5 year.
Prosto ne mogu da verujem kako su se osjećali nakon godinu i po dana ovakvih poteškoća.
But if you are a leader, a fellow that other fellow look to, you've got to keep going.
Ako ste lider, odnosno neko na koga se drugi ugledaju, vi jednostavno morate da nastavite, morate da idete napred.
If you are a sponsor here in this business,
a ako ste u ovom našem poslu i ako ste sponsor,
I have a bad news for you.
Imam lošu vest za vas.
Your members is looking, what are you doing?
Vaši članovi gledaju šta vi radite.
It's like a parenting.
Kao da ste im roditelji.
Džabe pričaš. The child always looking, what are you doing?
Džaba priča.
What are you speaking?
Deca i svi ostali gledaju šta radite, a ne šta govorite.
It's my biggest challenge these days.
To je meni ovih dana najveći izazov.
And unfortunately, it's the biggest challenge in your life.
A na nesreću to je i vama najveći izazov u životu.
Shackleton, what he did?
Sad šta je Shackleton uradio?
With three crew.
Sa 3 članova posade.
Jump into lifeboat.
On je ušao u čamac za spasavanje.
And after 2,000 kilometers, they are starting to find a whale hunter village.
I nakon nekih 2000 km naišli su na selo čiji su se stanovnici bavili lovom na kitove.
You know, winter around you and samo
Da,
veslanje.
hladno sneg, a vi veslate.
And the most of people standing here in this Guano Island
Sad većina ljudi koji stoje ovde na ovom Guano ostrvu
and say hello
mašu njima,
to their leaders
mašu svojim
and maybe say
liderima,
hello to the dream to going back.
a možda su se pozdravili sa svojim snom da će se ikada vratiti nazad.
But Shackleton never give up.
Ali Shackleton se nikad nije predao.
Find this village with whale hunters.
Našao je to selo sa lovcima na kitove.
After 2 months,
Nakon 2 meseca
veslanje,
veslanja,
no sleep,
bez spavanja,
jump into the ship and going back to their members.
nije ni spavao, nego se odmah vratio na brod i vratio se do svojih članova posade.
And everybody survived.
I svi su preživjeli.
Everybody was so happy,
Svi su bili toliko srećni,
but the expedition was unsuccessful.
ali ekspedicija je bila neuspešna.
But the story is the most encouragement for me.
Ali ova priča meni donosi najviše ohrabrenja.
There is just a few, I think, very important points that Shackleton told us.
I postoji nekoliko veoma važnih stvari koje nam je na ovaj način Shackleton
You have to
rekao.
choose the right people.
Morate da izaberete odgovarajuće ljude.
This business is very easy with the right people.
Ovaj posao može biti veoma lak ukoliko radite sa pravim ljudima.
Definition of exact tasks.
Morate tačno definisati zadatke.
You have to know what to do.
Morate da znate šta treba da uradite.
You know that 8 tačka uspeha. 8 tačka uspeha.
8 tačaka uspeha.
Everybody knows.
To svi znate.
Precise planning and thorough execution.
Precizno planiranje i temeljno izvršavanje.
But you have to enjoy the process.
Ali morate i da uživate u tom postupku i da se
Have
zabavite
fun.
malo u tom toku svega toga.
Principle of equality.
Da vlada princip jednakosti.
Here is everybody equal, you know.
Ovde su
I
stvarno
like
svi
it.
jednaki.
Selection of leaders.
Pravilan izbor lidera.
When I had a consultation with my sponsor, Ildiko Rakoci, you know,
Kada sam ja recimo imao konsultacije sa mojim sponzorkom Ildikom Rakoci,
she always asks me, who are your key member, core people, who are the leaders?
uvek me je pitala ko su kod tebe glavni ljudi, ključni ljudi, lideri u tvojoj
You have to
mreži.
focus on that people.
Moraš se fokusirati na te ljude.
Deep belief in the goal.
Duboka vera ili poverenje u cilj.
It's most important thing, the belief.
Vera je najvažnija.
You have to be an example, yes, of
Vi
course.
morate da budete primer, naravno.
Prvi krug si ti. Consistent generosity and praise.
I konstantna pohvala ljudi i velikodušnost.
Compassion and responsibility.
Saosećanje, ali i odgovornost.
I don't know, there is a book to translate it to Serbian. Yes, Inka said yes.
Znam da postoji knjiga koja je na ovu temu koja je prevedena na srpski.
I warmly recommend that you read this book.
I zaista vam preporučujem da pročitate tu knjigu.
But what happened after 100 years?
Ali šta se
After.
desilo nakon 100 godina od ove ekspedicije?
Have a look.
Pogledajte.
My name is Patrick Burgle, and my great-grandfather's name is Sir Ernest Shackleton. My great-grandfather's dream was to be the first to cross the Antarctic, but tragedy struck soon. Shackleton's ship was trapped in pack ice within a month of arrival. At that point, his mission changed from completing the journey to basic survival. He gave up the crossing, instead doing everything he could to save his 27 crew members.
My name is Tim Fright. I'm the great-great-nephew of Frank Wild, who was the only man to have taken part in all of Shackleton's expeditions.
I am the great granddaughter of John Vincent.
And had they not come back, obviously, we wouldn't be here now.
Well, if he didn't get back, I wouldn't be here, so I'm very proud of what he done.
This marks the 100th year since my great-grandfather succeeded in saving his crew, and in so doing, gave up his dream. At long last, carrying with me the names of his men and messages from their descendants, I'm going to try to fulfill my great-grandfather's dream.
Yep, it's good as new.
Roger. G-Bart and Cam, I'm heading to McMurdo. It's up to you at this time.
The ice is made of the snow pressed till
It's tough going. But how much harder would this have been 100 years ago? No roads, no people, no night. Surrounded by nothingness. I journeyed across Antarctica for 30 days. Finally, I reached the place my great-grandfather dreamt of 100 years ago. To my great-grandfather, I'm here at last. I came with your crew and their descendants.
I think it's fantastic that 100 years on, the expedition is able to be completed.
Thank you very much for taking my grandfather on board your ship and creating such an adventure.
I would say that his spirit is eternal, it lives on, that's why we're all here.
Shackleton's expedition did not fail. It just took 100 years to complete.
It's a nice story, isn't it?
Zanimljiva priča, zar ne? Lepa priča.
But what is your heritage for your children?
Šta biste vi želeli da bude vaša zaostavština ili nasljeđe vašoj deci?
For your
od vas.
Grandchildren?
I za vaše unuke. Šta želite da vam ostane od vas? Za ljudsku vrstu?
Just think about.
Da razmislite o tome.
Not just showing plan. Not just showing the plan.
Ne samo da pokažete nekom plan.
It's more than a circle on the paper.
To je mnogo više od običnog kruga na papiru.
You can change the lives many people.
Vi zaista možete da promenite živote mnogim ljudima.
Here is the route of Shackleton's journey.
Ovo je bila ruta Shackletonovog putovanja.
And it is the favorite sentence of Shackleton family.
I ovo je čuvena rečenica Shackleton porodice.
By endurance we conquer.
Izdržljivošću pobeđujemo.
Yes,
osvajamo.
you need some endurance for everything.
Za sve vam treba neka vrsta izdržljivosti.
And just jump back to the first question.
I sad se vratite se na ono prvo pitanje.
What is the most important thing which is free to give the people?
Šta je to najvažnije, ujedno i besplatno što možete da date ljudima?
Give them hope.
Dajte im nadu.
It will change their lives.
I to će promeniti njihove živote.
Thank you. Hvala
Hvala
lepo.
vam.